beginning of June, I had the opportunity to fly out to Denver, Colorado, and from there I drove down to Monument, Colorado, and visited my friend Steve, WG08T, and his wife Pam. Had a great time. They're a lovely couple. And while I was with them, I had the opportunity to climb to the top of Mount Herman with Steve and his two pack goats, Rooster and Peanut. I'm sure that many of you have seen Steve's videos on YouTube. And we just had a really great time trying out Steve's new KX3. A little bit about Mount Herman. Mount Herman lies along the Rampart Range of the Front Range between Denver and Colorado Springs. And it looks out over the Palmer Divide, which is a 7,000 foot plus ridge that extends into the eastern plains. And that divide acts as a weather barrier between Denver and Colorado Springs. Mount Herman has an elevation of 9,063 feet, or 2,762 meters. And when you're on Herman, at the summit, you can see Pikes Peak to the south and Longs Peak to the north. Now, while we were on top of Herman, we did a SOTA activation, and that's SOTA, not SODA. And SOTA stands for Summits on the Air. And SOTA is an awards program for amateur radio operators and shortwave listeners. And it encourages portable radio operations in mountainous areas. So basically you hike up to the summit and set up your gear, and you have to make at least 5 contacts, which we did. So it was a lot of fun. Now for you Rooster and Peanut fans out there, or for those of you who don't know Rooster and Peanut, Rooster is a mix of Sable, San Ann, and Alpine. And Rooster was raised as a dairy goat and bottle fed at a young age, so he's pretty social with humans. Peanut, on the other hand, is not as social. He's a Oberhasli Alpine mix, and he was raised as a meat goat and wasn't near humans very much in his early years, so he's not very social when it comes to people. And he's the smaller of the two goats, and subservient and the last to eat, but he's learned to be a survivor, and he outwits Rooster on many fronts. So Steve calls Peanut his QRP goat, and Rooster is the QRO goat. So it was a lot of fun being with them too. Rooster and Peanut are at this point very used to going on hikes, and the way they get there is in the back of the pickup truck. And so that being the case, they're also pretty used to getting into the truck. Steve just walks them along and they hop in.
You go for a hike today? Yeah, let's go work some DX.
So enough of me talking, and let's get on to the video. And here we go. I'm in the truck with Steve, and we're going to go climb Mount Herman.
Yeah.
Do some radio.
And this is Scott's first activation, so.
All right.
Peanut is Elmerine Scott here on the pointer points of SOTA activation.
Excellent, excellent. And you know who is in the back. Rooster and Peanut.
Hey, Rooster.
And away we go. Hiking up Mount Herman. Peanut's to the side. The rocks in this certain area here are vertical, like dominoes. It's amazing. They've just been stacked up. Pretty neat. That's one area that we're might be heading to. Heading towards the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we're on the south summit or south ridge line of Pikes Peak. Peanut's over there in the shade eating some maple, and Rooster's standing here in the hot sun with his fur coat on. Still got some of his winter fur, don't you, Rooster? Good boy.
Behind him is a tree. Hello, Rooster. He wants to see what things are going here. Is a tree that a long time ago was burned in a fire. Look at this scenery on top of the mountain. Truly amazing. Peanut, fearless Peanut, goes as far to the edge as he can get. And Scott, who has much more fear than Peanut, is not going anywhere near the edge, but it's just amazing. And there's Steve. He's at the top, looking out over. These bushes are connect, and they get red berries in the fall that the goats love to eat. With 3 goats behind him. And
his position in the herd, which is last.
Way out there are some unbelievable landscapes. And up close are some unbelievable rock formations. Really magnificent. Upward we go. Way out there, Pikes Peak. And there's Steve at the summit, which I'm going to join him in a minute. School's open, classes in session, and Steve is showing me how he puts up his antenna. I, of course, carry one entire backpack for my antenna. Steve has his antenna in a bag.
Well, I just kind of customize it to my own particular needs, rather than carry the whole big, buddy pole pouch. But if I'm going someplace that's new or different, or I'm loading the goats up, then Rooster can carry the whole 9 yards, and that way I've got everything. I can do whatever I want.
In the meantime, Peanut has found the shade. Rooster has found the shade. He's battling with the flies right now, which is good because that means he's not trying to put me over the rocks. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 2, Foxtrot Victor, mountaintop in Colorado, summits on the air.
Posted his information to qrpspots.com, and I heard you calling him there. Took a couple of repeats before I could get the complete call due to QSB. Go ahead. AC2MV, Kilo 6, India Lima Mike. You're very light, very light. Okay for CW later, but tough on here, okay? Very good, Alpha Charlie 2, Fox Victor. This is Whiskey 5, Quebec Charlie. Very good. Didn't catch the name. The
His name is
here
Steve.
Sierra Tango Echo, Victor Echo, URA 5 and 2, 52. QSL. Fox Victor W7 Charlie November Lima. It was like a lot of fun with the pack goats, and I assume that Steve is good company as well. Well, thanks, Scott. I'm sure there's other people ready for contact. Appreciate the SOTA and 7-3.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Alpha Charlie 2, Foxtrot Victor, mountaintop in Colorado for summits on the air.
Alpha Juliet 5 Charlie. Okay, QSL, Scott, QSL, doing very good. Glad to see you with your first vaccination. It can get contagious. You're a 5-5 here in Arkansas today. 5-5, over.
November Sierra 7 Papa. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Huh?
Norway Sierra 7 Papa.
Hotel India Lima. And I'm in Western Oregon. And
Phil.
you are just on signal. I would say you're 5-6. 5-6 into Western Oregon. I call it November Sierra 7 Papa. And still, go ahead.
else fails and your wire, long wire isn't long enough, take a walking stick and you hook it to the wire. Our SWR just dropped down from being unusable to a very usable 1.8 with a walking stick.
Anyone using this one? This is Whiskey Golf Zero Alpha Tango QRP station on the mountaintop in Colorado.
This is the KX3 hammock that Steve and I came up with on the mountaintop. So, a little invention that he's going to work on. I think it'll be a good one. This is a glory hole left over from the gold rush era. They would dig a hole and see if there was any minerals or gold. It's kind of like a test dig.